Good evening and I welcome you students. Last time we have told you the different theories of acids and bases. Important point to note was there were certain compound students like water, H2O. It could act as acid, it could also act as a base. Important point that water can donate a proton, water can accept a proton. As per Bronsted and Lorry theory is the most effective theory, students, which will be used a lot. Acids were proton donors and bases were proton acceptors.
Acceptors.
And water could do both the things. Water, if I react with HCl, what will happen? It will accept a proton. If I react with ammonia, what will happen, students? It will donate a proton.
Donate a proton.
Therefore, student, important point to notice that if water can act as an acid and base, so this has a unique behavior. Unique behavior. What will happen, student, in pure water? What we are trying to say that if I have pure water students, then what happens? The water in pure state student is self-ionized. How self-ionized student? This one of this is donating a proton student. I am now writing aqueous word. This is a pure liquid. And OH minus aqueous. I hope you understand why did I write aqueous here, student.
Yes, sir.
This is pure liquid. You have seen that what we told you, the hydronium ion is not existing H plus. It will be hydrated and even more hydrated. H4O9, that is the type of form it may take. So the water molecules are surrounded by H plus is surrounded by more water molecules. As you can see, student, the interest has been to find out the concentrations of hydronium ion and hydroxide ion in pure water. In other words, if I say that this is my acid, this is a base, then this is the conjugate acid and this is the conjugate base. That is what we talked of Bronsted theory of acids, Bronsted-Lowry theory of acids and bases. Important, as I said, this is the most important theory. We will be talking of acid bases and their conjugates. Important point to note was, student, what could be the concentration of these ions. And if I write the equilibrium constant, because you can see that it is a equilibrium, what will happen? You will have H3O plus and OH minus, and this is a pure water, students. What you have, students, if I multiply this by H2O liquid, what you get, what we call is KW, H3O plus OH minus. Important point to note is that the concentration of H2O remains constant during this process. Why do we say that the concentration of this is constant, student? Experiment were performed, student, and the concentration of H plus or the molarity was determined for pure water at 298 Kelvin, student. We are mentioning the temperature because ionization will change with change in temperature, students. What was obtained, student? The value was obtained, student, 1 into 10 minus 7 molar. And pure water has equal concentration of H plus, students, and OH minus. And then what we have, both 10 minus 7 molar, students. What is the justification that this value we are neglecting, student? So if I take KW, what is the value of KW then, student? 10 minus 7 into 10 minus 7, student. This is molar, this is molar. What do you get? 10 minus
minus
14
14.
molar square. This is called the ionic product of water. Ionic product of H2O. It has a great importance because we will be using a lot of this in our many questions which will be coming. So what we said, K is equal to H3O, this KW is this product of the two, this value is then 10 minus 14 meters square. This value is very, very small, as you can see, student, 10 minus 7. The justification, if I have a pure water, and what will be the molarity of the pure water, student? If we have to calculate the molarity of the pure water, student, what is molarity, student?
Number of moles upon volume.
Moles of solute
Upon volume.
upon volume in liters, student. Volume in liters. If I take, student, 1000 gram of the water, ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
1000 gram, the density 1 gram per milliliter, student, for the pure water. Then what is the molecular mass of water, student?
18
Gram
gram
per,
per mole.
okay. So then what will be the molarity of the pure water?
1000 by 18.
So student, what you are getting?
55.5.
So 1000 by 18 will be how much, student?
55.5.
So 1000 gram per liter. That will come to be 55.55 molar, students. Now, what is the value of H3O plus?
10 raised to the power minus 7.
10 minus 7 molar. And what is the value of this pure water? H2O concentration, how much? 55.55
55.555
molar. So
molar.
this value is negligible as compared to this, student. Overall, what if we are saying this value remains constant? This value remains
Okay.
constant. Or if I'm saying this is the equilibrium, H3O plus, what is that? H3O plus and OH minus, students. So this value is 10 minus 7. This value is 10 minus 7 molar. And you are saying this value is how much? 55.55 molar, student. So if I find the ratio of the dissociated water to that of undissociated water, if I find the ratio, student, 10 minus 7 divided by 55.55, it will come to be about 2 into 10 minus 19 molar, student. This value is, you can say, negligible. Very, very small.
Yes, sir.
When K value is very, very small, what it means, student? The equilibrium is lying to the left, this side. That means at 298 Kelvin, you are taking this as H2O. The amount of this is very, very small. The equilibrium is mainly towards undissociated water. Undissociated water. That is why you try to find the conductivity of this, student. What happens? When you want to see whether it conducts electricity or not, the answer is you don't get any results. No bulb lights up, student. But when you add small amount of acid, acidified water, then what happened?
It will conduct electricity.
That you have seen electrolysis was taking place, and then the electrode reactions took place. because the concentration of these is very, very small in the pure water, and they will depend on the temperature, student. That is a important point. They only depend on the temperature. Therefore, students, in general, we can say that what is happening that in pure water, student, H3O is equal to OH minus is equal to 10 minus 7 molar.
7
And this is what we say neutral solution. Neither it is acidic nor basic.
or basic.
What will be the condition, student? H3O, whenever H3O will become greater than OH minus, it will be acidic, students.
Acidic.
And if H3O
OH
plus
plus
is
less than OH minus
then we will say that this solution is
is
basic.
basic.
So the important points to note is that, students, that hydronium ion concentration, this concentration, this is, I'm talking of molar concentration, student, in terms of molarity, will decide whether given solution is acidic or basic. But as you can see, the concentrations of H3O plus are coming in 10 to power minus 1, 10 power minus 2, 10 minus 6, 10 minus 7, like this. Now, students, these are not very, very good convenient numbers. Because in every, we are not going to deal with such numbers, because mathematically you can see that we are looking for some convenient numbers, student. And what type of convenient numbers you are so familiar? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are very, very good numbers for us. So those numbers will become very good, students. Therefore, what was decided, student? A pH scale was proposed, student. pH scale, which we are saying pH is equal to minus log of, this is the activity, student, or minus log of H plus in moles per liter, in moles per liter, student. This makes the concentrations to be expressed in terms of pH, student, more convenient. How it becomes convenient, student? If you have, student, for example, if I have a strong acid 0.001 molar, that will be how much? 10 minus 3 molar. If it is completely ionized, if it is completely ionized, okay?
Yes, sir.
What is then if I find, student, the pH of this? Now this number will come plus 3 log of 10.
Log 10.
So this is a good number.
Yes.
Therefore, it was decided to define pH. Similarly, I can define POH, student, minus of log of OH
Log
minus.
OH minus.
So we can use these values, students, and make a scale which is called the pH scale. And if solution is a neutral, student, neutral, then the pH is coming minus
Fine.
log
Log
of
10 raised to minus 7.
the plus 7.
Yes, sir.
And if hydronium ion concentration is greater than 10 minus 7, if I say it is 10 minus 2, then pH is equal to 2, student. Therefore, pH less than 7, there's
Acidic.
acidic. pH equal to 7,
Neutral.
neutral. And pH greater than 7, basic, students. So on this basis, the scale has been developed, student, and Kw for the water, H3O plus OH minus, student. If I take the minus logarithm of both sides, what will you get, student? Minus logarithm of both sides. What I'm getting, this is called pKw. This will be equal to pH plus POH.
POH. Okay.
And what is the value of Kw, students?
So
Then what will be the value of pKw, students?
14.
14 is equal to pH plus
Plus.
POH. These values are important because students, they will help us in solving large number of problems of related to the pH. So pK is important quantity in aqueous solution and controls the concentration of pH and POH. pH scale is logarithm change in pH, and just by 1 unit also means change in H. So if I change pH by 1 unit, then you know pH is equal to minus of log H plus. Then how much will be the change, student, in H3O plus? How much is the change in H3O plus, student?
H by
It will change by factor of 10, students. If H3O plus changes by a factor of 100, then pH changes by a factor of 2.
Okay.
So we can realize why the change in pH with change in temperature has been ignored. Because of with change in temperature, the hydronium ion concentration changes, but small changes there. It is not very big change. So we use pH scale, student. What is used? pH scale. It is a convenient form. And sometimes when they give pH, they may not be giving the temperatures because the changes in pH are less, but the change in hydronium ion concentration is more, because it is a logarithm of an hydronium ion concentration, minus log of that. So our biological systems, our different type of material, students, or substances which you are eating, drinking, the pH is the one which is given, student, and there are different ways of measurement of the pH of a solution. Okay? So
Yes,
that
sir.
we say it is important quantity. Therefore, what we find, these are going to be important. This is our Kw 10 minus 14 and pKw is 14 and pKw is equal to pH plus POH is equal to 14. The pH values are less pH values are less changed by temperature as compared to OH3O plus is, these values are temperature dependent. Okay?
Okay.
But the
Okay.
dependence is not that high. So pH factor will further decrease it. The question has been, student, because this is important, whatever in our everyday life, student, whatever we are using, various drinks you are taking, food which you are eating, and it becomes necessary to find the pH. You may have read, students, we are not going into much details. There is a pH paper, student, which is given in the chemistry lab to the students. By matching the color,
Yes,
students,
sir.
we can do it, but more accurate measurements are what we call as, there are pH meters, student. which can measure the pH more accurately because the electrical potential depends on that. They are accurate to 0.001. So different substances pH is determined, students, and probably in different books, etc. they have given a chart also, student, for the pH meters. What was the main application of these, students? What we are trying to do? The concentration of hydrogen in soft drink is 3.10 minus. What is the pH? So you have 1 to 2 minutes to answer a question. Small questions are coming. Small questions are being used, student, here.
The pH will be 2.42.
What is given? H3O
O
plus
plus
is equal to
3.8
3.8 10
10 raised to the
minus
minus
3 molar. pH is equal to minus log of
log of
3.8 into 10 minus 3. That comes to be minus log of
log of
3.8
3.8
plus
plus
3
log.
log of 10, students.
Yes, sir.
This value we have to look up in the log tables.
0.58.
0.58
58. Yes, sir.
minus or plus?
This is plus.
Plus.
Yes, sir.
Then what is the answer coming?
3 will be minus 3.
Minus 3. That is why I said okay. Three will be minus. Huh?
Yes, sir, because it is
What minus? Something is wrong. Minus log of this, and what it is, students?
okay.
You have to find the value of this. This value is wrong. Something is wrong, students. There's a negative here. This negative will become positive,
be
student. That's why I said something. Some
minus
wrong
yes.
calculation is being done.
2.42.
So what is the answer coming?
2.42.
Whatever calculations we do, there could be errors, student. Our purpose is to eliminate those errors. Otherwise, we will be facing some problems, student. Facing some problems. That is the point. Now he says calculate the pH of 10 minus 8 molar HCl solution, student. What is the answer coming?
Calculate the use of HCl. pH is coming to be 6.98.
What is the story here? If you have HCl, okay,
Yes, sir.
HCl aqueous, what it is giving, students, to you? Same
H3O
thing as H3O,
plus and Cl minus.
Cl minus. So H3O, if this is 10 minus 8, how much is this? 10 minus 8. But since this value is small, there is also water present in this. The dissociation of water was neglected in the previous cases because how much is this? You know, how much it is coming from its student H3O plus. How much it comes from?
H3O plus will be 10 raised to power minus 7.
10 raised to power minus 7. It will be, it is usually suppressed if you have more of H plus, but this value is less here. You have 10 minus 7. Now these values are not negligible as compared to this. So then student, what is the total hydronium ion concentration? 10 minus 8
8
plus 10
minus
minus
7.
7. ठीक है?
Yes, sir.
So if I write student, this can be written as 1 by 10. 1 by 10 into 10 minus 7 plus 10 minus 7.
Yes, sir.
That means student, if I take 10 minus 7 common, what I am getting?
1 by 10 plus 1.
What is that value?
0.1 plus 1. 1.01 into 10 raised to power 7 minus 7. 1.01.
1.01. Now if you will calculate the pH minus log of 10 minus 7 minus log
Sir,
of
it should be 1.1.
1.1, 11 by 10. Okay, make it whatever value is there.
Yes, sir.
Minus log of 1.1. So what it is coming? Plus 7 minus this value. Whatever this is, calculate. Log 10 is 1, log 1. What is this value now coming? 7 minus. This value will come to be around
0.041.
4 or something. Whatever it is, you have to calculate from the log tables. What is the answer coming? pH. It will be
6.98.
less than 7, whatever it is. Little less than.
6.98.
Huh? It is how much point?
6.98.
No, this, what is the value you are saying?
For log 1.1, it should be 0.041.
041. You have checked in the log table.
Yes, sir.
I don't know whatever values you check. So whatever. So by this way, you can calculate the pH maybe coming around 6.9 something or 6.98 or something. Whatever. I mean, this is the calculation. This is just a way of telling. See that in the previous cases, we neglected the ionization of the water because this value is small. But when it comes to 10 minus 8 student, this is comparable. Further, you can use the quadratic equation also. This is a simple way because what happens is that when you will add this, there will be a further suppression of this. There will be a common ion effect. Student, this dissociation may be further decreased by the addition of HCl, or the HCl may be, I mean, H plus ion concentration may be dissociated because common ion effect is there. These two ions are common, so they will push the equilibrium on the backside. This was just to show you because here students gave an answer of in a MCQ question. Student, they ask you the pH of HCl or anything 10 minus 8 molar. Okay? And students gave answer 8 without knowing 8 means it is not acid, then it cannot be 8. So there is something involved in the question. That is our point. Same thing can they give for a base also.
Okay.
You know that certain questions require common sense to be used, students. There we stop and give a time because MCQ questions will be based on that. They will put a MCQ in different way. But Out of the four choices, two are striked out readily by the students in NEET or other papers because they know कि this is not possible. This is not possible. 8 is not possible, but a lot of children are giving 8 answers. So after 7, you are alkali. Then how you are giving that answer? As we say that pH has been determined experimentally, you can use different methods. And sometimes it is convenient student to have some idea about the various pHs which we use in everyday life. Everything helps. Because when objective type of questions are given student, the knowledge of some range is already in our mind. It helps us see the saturated solution of NaOH. NaOH is a strong base student, is 15.1 molar NaOH, 13. Lime water student, this is our lime water. This is alkaline, 10.5. Milk of magnesia, where you are using milk of magnesia.
It is an antacid.
What is the formula?
Magnesium hydroxide.
MgOH twice student, aqueous. Egg white, seawater. Even seawater is alkaline. Seawater. This has a lot of electrolytes. Saline, seawater is saline student. A lot of salts are present in the seawater. 7.8. Human blood. Important that the blood has a pH of, and if it is disturbed student, there will be serious consequences. How it is maintained, you know, what is the reason blood maintains its pH? You are eating a lot of acids every day. Mostly your food is highly acidic. How is the blood maintains its pH, you know? Buffers. You see, there is a buffer system working inside the blood. Or there will be, we want to be here, student, whatever life we have. Right now, you have seen health crisis, and for the first time, people are getting so much knowledge about health. People are talking of oxygen, 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 and you know, so much oxygen is there in the air. But we studied somewhere that how to get oxygen from the air also. How do you get oxygen from air?
Okay.
How do you get? We have read in the book, air student, how much oxygen is there in the air? 18 point some percent.
20.1%.
No, less than 20.1. You have some other gases and etc. CO2 etc. Might trace amount. Let it be about 19%. Okay, but how will you get? If it is so easy, then why patients are dying? Tell me. And what are oxygen concentrators now, student? What we learned, student, that okay, you will say liquefy first. First you liquefy,
Yes, sir.
and then you do fractional distillation.
Fractional distillation.
And now you can see how difficult the process is. Those concentrator or those plants they are putting, student, how will they generate? And see, if I have to carry oxygen gas, student, no, it won't be possible as a gas. Will it be possible? Tell me. Will it be possible to transport oxygen gas? Everything requires thinking. Just thinking, student, what we are learning, everything will be used somewhere. Can you transport oxygen gas? My question is this. What is your answer? Can it come in trains or ships, or your Indian Air Force is bringing? How it is bringing? What is
Through
your
planes.
plane? They are bringing oxygen gas in the plane.
In big containers loaded in the planes.
I am not. That is not oxygen gas. I am saying to you. Why did I ask this question? That is a liquid oxygen. What you are talking? Liquid oxygen is coming, student. Liquid O2 is not the gas, student. By volume, how much volume it will occupy? If the gases cannot be compressed, students, it will be not possible to transport them. See
Okay.
that they are doing, they are compressing, and you have seen the size of the cylinders.
Yes, sir.
And if it is by volume, student, can you put in how much volume you will put? Not possible to transport it. So this is the important point. The gases are compressed, students, liquefied. What you have? Liquid, student, and then that liquid will be used, student. If it can't be liquefied, then you have nothing. You can't do it. Transportation is not possible. Now that all these things are connected as chemistry, student. See, but if we don't think, I'm always saying everything requires thinking, student. If I can't think, there is no science then. And medical line is all chemistry, what they are doing. Everything is chemistry, biochemistry, all that is being used nowadays. So one student said that there is so much of oxygen in the air. Why they are dying? Why they are dying? Tell me. See, already you are given so much oxygen, but then this is 18% only. So you need how much? How much oxygen is pumped into the patient's lungs, students? They are giving by volume how much is been going. So see, that story is like this, students. They convert it into liquid, then they transport it, and you are the gas, which domestic gas cylinder, all things, students, CNG and all that. What is this? By volume, you can't store them. It will be too much. One of the problem using hydrogen economy is like that, student. You have to first liquefy them, then only you can transport them. And gases can be compressed, student. That is a property of the gases. You see in that. Okay. So blood is a buffer, student, and it maintains its pH. You add small amount of acid or bases. How much? 7.4. It is slightly alkaline. Weakly alkaline, student. All this knowledge helps each and every. The problem is that we don't pay attention to anything, student. We think, oh, okay, okay, okay. And what I'm teaching to my students, every information is important, student. Take time and at least see the values. They will be leading us somewhere. Milk, milk is acidic. And there's a lot of people stop drinking milk. Why? What is the problem? It creates acidity. See the problem? Health problem. We are facing all this. And they are saying that they are taking curd, student. Once you convert milk into curd, what is that chemical change which is taking place? What is that? What happens when you convert milk into curd? What is the chemical change that takes place? Know about what they have? Lactose, lactic acid. Human saliva is 6.4, student. Black coffee, oh, very acidic. Tomato juice. Soft drink, student. What you are drinking? Vinegar, lemon juice. Gastric juice, student. You produce a lot of hydrochloric acid in your stomach for the digestion of the food. 1 molar HCl, 0 pH, concentrated 1. Okay. Now, students, strong acids you are having, they are completely ionized. Then there will be any equilibrium between them. Tell me, will there be equilibrium? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
What equilibrium will be there in strong acids? Have they given any ionization constant value? If it is a strong acid, what it means then? It is completely ionized. Then what is
Completely
the
ionized.
significance of the ionization constant? Nothing. But ionization constants for weak acid, student. You have acetic acid. You have formic acid, student. Organic acids, weak acids. What will be the importance of this, student? Weak acids are partially ionized in aqueous solution. Are partially ionized, student. Are partially ionized. I'm talking in aqueous solution. It doesn't mean that when we will talk of acidity, we are always having water solvent. Different solvents are there. Different solvents are there, student. If I say compare the which is stronger acid, HCl and HNO3, can you compare it in water? Can you compare the acidity of HCl and HNO3 in water? Tell me. Can you compare? The answer is no.
No.
Water is a leveling effect. Both are completely ionized in water. So we have to use some other solvent when we will say which is stronger or which is weaker. See, that my point is that everything requires some amount of thinking. And if I take a weak acid, student, what is happening? This is not completely ionized. When it is not completely ionized, what will happen? There will be an equilibrium. What do you mean by equilibrium? What do you mean by equilibrium, students? Tell me, what is the meaning of equilibrium? Whatever equilibrium we are talking about. You have 30 seconds. What do you mean by equilibrium? I'll make you think everything what I write. When I say there
When
is,
the rate of the forward and the backward reactions are equal.
that means, students, there is a forward reaction which took place, but after some period of time, backward reaction also starts. Both are taking place, but at some stage, after some time, students, the concentrations do not change. The forward rate, as you say, is equal to the backward rate. That means the reaction has not stopped, students. It is not a static thing. What is it? Dynamic equilibrium. But the concentrations then do not change. At that time, we say that equilibrium has been established. In thermodynamics also, when I talked of the system, student, I said these are the conditions. After some time, student, it becomes equilibrium condition. I am sitting in a room, student, the temperature becomes constant after some period of time. So I can assume that my system is at equilibrium now. So here what is happening, if I consider HX is a weak acid, student, and it reacts with water, it is producing, it will give a proton, student, Bronsted theory, and you are getting these ions in aqueous ion, student. So then after some time you are saying this starts reacting with this to form the product. This process continues. When these concentration no longer change, it will take some time. It will take some time. How long it will take to establish equilibrium? Then we call this a equilibrium, students. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I consider that C is the concentration in the beginning, what is C? Concentration of acid, ठीक है, at time t equal to 0. I'm using molarity, moles per liter. How much is there at time t equal to 0? This one, 0,
0.
t equal to 0. After, at supposing at time t equilibrium is established. ठीक है? After time t, 10 second, 20 second, 50 second, whatever time is it. Then if I know alpha is the degree of dissociation, what do you mean by degree of dissociation, student?
The extent of dissociation.
That is what I'm saying. What is the extent of dissociation, student? The number of particles, the number of dissociated particles
Particles at time.
divided by total number of particles.
Okay.
It is a fraction, student. If you are saying 5 particles are dissociated out of 100, then what is it? 0.05 is alpha
0.05. Yes,
degree
sir.
of dissociation, or percentage dissociation will be 0.05 alpha into 100. How much is that? 5%. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
I have to understand each and every word, student, because there will be confusion in the numericals and problems. If I don't know what I am talking of alpha, all students say alpha, but I ask one student what is alpha now, he is lost. We go to the basic things, get to the zero state, student, basic thing before I go further. What happens, student, if alpha is the degree of dissociation, that means out of 1, alpha is gone for the acid, and out of C, how much is gone? C1 minus alpha. How much of H3O will be formed, student, then? Whatever is out gone, how much will be this value, students? What is will be the hydronium ion concentration, students?
It will be C alpha.
1 is alpha, and how much will be this?
C alpha.
Okay, then what will be the value of K, students? C alpha into C alpha, C1 minus alpha. This gets cancelled, student. C
C
alpha square.
alpha square upon 1 minus alpha.
So, student, since this is an acid, I am using Ka. What is Ka known as, student? This is called dissociation or ionization constant, student. Dissociation or ionization constant of a weak acid, student. Weak acid. So here we have a formula, K is equal to C alpha square 1 minus alpha. This is the equation which we have derived, students. So students, at a given temperature, I'm saying, temperature is important, student. At a given temperature, K is a measure of strength of the acid, because it depends on the temperature also, student. You have seen, if temperatures are not given, usually we will say, okay, this is standard 298 Kelvin. You have seen that in chemistry, we are doing that 180 M 298. Are we using this a lot or not?
Yes,
1
sir.
bar sometimes, or 180 M 298 Kelvin. That is our standard condition, student. If information is not given, we assume it to be standard, because otherwise, student, the pressure is remaining 180 M, but temperature variation is there. So the values will change. That means, student, what it is the significance of this? That is my point now. Why do we derive this, student? What is the significance of this, student? That's it will tell me what? At a given temperature, it is a measure of what?
It is a measure of strength of the given acid.
Strength of the acid, student. So larger this Ka, what it means, student? Stronger the
Stronger
acid.
will be the acid.
Stronger the acid, student. Larger the stronger the acid, we are saying, student. So if we consider standard state concentration of 1 molar, then it will have no dimension, student. If you will see the table, they have not given the values. So they are using standard conditions of 1 molar, okay, concentrations, 1 molar concentrations. So what is important point, student? Okay, let me move further. Experimentally, student, what they did, Here are certain acids, student, which are weak acid. Now, if I ask you, give me the names of some weak acids. Tell me. Can you tell me some weak acids?
Acetic acid.
The only thing we know acetic acid. All students know about that because we are
Then
used it. But here we are giving some more list, student. HF. You know why it is a weak acid? If I dissociate this, what will happen? H plus aqueous and F minus
F
aqueous.
minus.
And it goes back, student. This reacts with this acid conjugate base. If conjugate base is strong, then it will go back. It is not stable. These are very intense negative charge, students. Nitrous acid is also weak acid. Formic acid, niacin, acetic acid, benzoic. Organic acids are weak acid, as you will see. HCN, at least few names should be known to us. Phenol, organic acids are weak acids. Student, in one of the paper, it was given 4 choices, which is a weak acid. All the things were looking very difficult to the students because they did not use those normal acid, which acetic acid was not there, because that students will immediately say, okay. But organic acids are usually weak acids, as you can see from the table, student. Now, student, let us see what is the value of Ka. 3.510 minus 4, 4.510 minus 4, students. So out of all this, which is the weakest acid?
It should be phenol.
Ka, lowest value of Ka is how much?
Phenol.
10 minus 10
10 minus 10.
and 1.3. This is the lowest value.
Yes, sir.
Out of this, there is a big list. Otherwise, we have taken only a part of that. So we can compare, student, the acid strengths by Ka. Again, you see that 10 minus numbers are coming. This 10 minus x is not a good number for us, students. So what we will do then, we will take minus log of this. So little maths, we know we will use it, student. Then what will become x of log 10, students. So this number will be more convenient, student. More convenient, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then that's what the chemist will do. That he will, instead of Ka, student, you will define pKa minus log of Ka, students. So lot of questions will be there in which they will give you pKa values, not the Ka values. Now, if pKa is large, student, it will be a stronger acid or a weaker acid.
If pK is large, it will be a weaker acid.
Larger the pKa, weaker
Weaker
acid.
the acid.
If pKa small, then stronger the acid. All these things we have to learn because some trick is there. Students will do mistake if they have not understood. Ka more, pKa less. Ka less, pKa more. This is for a weak acid and this is for a strong acid. So we are familiar with all these things, student. By practice, as you do practice, student, then you start learning these things. There is no shortcut of anything in the way I work. I am very clear, student, that it is important that we understand each and everything very clearly, or we will land up into trouble. You see HClO, chlorine, when we studied, how many acids were there for chlorine? Oxo acids. Do you remember any oxo acids of Cl?
HClO3.
HClO4 you studied, HClO3 you studied,
HClO3.
HClO2 you studied HClO. Which is the strongest acid out of these? A question was given on the acid strength of the chlorine oxo acids. Many times it has been given.
HClO4 is the
What is the
strongest.
reason for that? It is the strongest acid. See, how much questions are linked at from where places? Here we have used only this one. That means, student, what my point is, that my point is only one. Pay attention. There could be some information which could lead to many types of questions, students. And you just spend some time on the numbers which are given. The numbers are very important in science, in chemistry, in research work. These numbers are used, student, to compare, because otherwise I said this is stronger than this is. But when I give a number, then it's very important that experimentally this number has come. Therefore, it becomes easy to compare. Got my point?
Yes, sir.
The questions which are coming in competitions are also like that, student. They want to test your quantitative knowledge. Are you scientifically thinking, or you are just passing and reading the things? When students will focus, concentrate, and pay attention, they will learn more. And then your mind becomes very scientific, and you will start working, student, and able to solve from easy to difficult questions.
Okay.
This ends up the first part of that, which we talked of the ionization of the acids and self ionization of the water and pH values and all that. Since these are important topics, and from here numericals etc. are given in different types of paper, students, those who are appearing for competitions. So we'll see you in the next class. And okay, then take care and keep yourself at home.
Yes, sir.
All right. No need to come out of home at this time. The situation is very bad. So we are not going out at all. Okay, then good night.
Okay. Thank you, sir.